So tell me, what are your overall expectations for the stock market overall in 2025? Do you expect another year of growth? I know we're like double digits, but S&P 500, we're still like 20% up year to date so far?
Yeah, and I would expect that to slow down somewhat, especially if interest rates can't be tamed. If the bond market, like I said, takes control of the long end of the yield curve away from the Fed and prices, I don't know, 5-year debt out to 30-year debt appropriately, well, then of course that's going to slow the economy down, because then corporations won't be able to service their debt as cheaply. They won't be able to roll over as much of their debt. They'll actually have to pay it off. The same would be for the U.S. government, unless they put out all their debt in 30, 60, and 90-day treasuries, which is kind of ridiculous. But that's the only way the Fed could control their borrowing costs. I know they're supposed to be independent. They would not be independent if they were doing that for the federal government. But because of these factors, I think that if borrowing costs can't be contained moving forward, that will obviously slow down corporations, and it will obviously slow down government spending.
Tell me, what then is the biggest risk facing the market in 2025, in your view?
Oh, the largest risk would be a hot war involving the United States. I mean, that would, if the United States were to be sucked into a war in Asia with China, which is another superpower, or if they would be somehow drawn into this war in Eastern Europe due to NATO being an alliance where they all have to defend each other, or if the United States gets sucked into combat back in the Middle East, where we've been for so long and we're finally out of, I think that would be a black swan event. If the United States got into a hot war with somebody that could punch back, I think that would be a devastating blow to the U.S. economy and to the market.